The holidays are always a stressful time of year. There's impressive dinners to cook, presents to be wrapped, and for one family, a fire to put out. Now the story is from last year's Christmas, but because this mother recently shared the events of that day, it has now gone viral. We're gonna spill all the tea for you right here on IO, but first make sure you tap that like button to show some love to the channel. And with that out of the way, let's just dive right into today's story. Nisa Lynn Parson from Texas took to Facebook to share her very memorable Christmas from last year. In her Facebook post, she writes, "Christmas Day was memorable to say the least. My 12-year-old son, Caden, who is an avid reader, an honor student, and interested in science, asked for a magnifying glass for Christmas. It's like a basketball player asking for basketball shoes. We thought it was for reading, but instead he tried to see if he could light a fire with it. We discovered that he and his two brothers went out on the driveway to see if they could burn a couple holes in some newspapers. Everything was under control until the boys came running into the house telling us that a corner of the lawn was on fire and the Christmas lights were melting. Justin and I rushed outside to see the entire front lawn turning black. We grabbed buckets, turned on the hose and sprinklers, and I grabbed blankets to smother and trap it before it could spread any more into the neighbor's yard. What a sight to see, a bunch of people running around crazy trying to put a front lawn fire out while wearing matching Christmas jammies." She continues by saying, "I want to reiterate this was an accident. It could have been worse, but it wasn't. So instead of a tragedy, it will now be a Christmas to remember. 2019, the Christmas the lawn lit on fire. Oh, and never buy a magnifying glass for your son." I wouldn't say never buy your kids a magnifying glass. Just tell them about this story and hope that your kid isn't a pyromaniac. Who knows, maybe instead of trying to burn holes in newspapers, they'll become a detective like Sherlock Holmes. The thing that really started the fire wasn't the kids trying to burn the lawn on purpose, obviously. Apparently a wind had blown some of the embers onto the lawn, resulting in the grass catching fire. Thankfully no one was hurt, and this family really stuck together in the way that they handled it. I mean, it must have been pretty funny for their neighbors though to watch this madness going down as they were, like she said, all wearing matching Christmas outfits. I just love that they did anything and everything from turning on the sprinklers to tossing their blankets on the fire. I mean, this definitely could have ended up very differently given how fast the fires can spread. And as pleasant as this mom was when it came down to her child burning the lawn for Christmas, we're hoping that this year it's a little less busy for them. The comment section for this post was also hilarious and had a ton of people guessing what this young man's future career might be. One person said, "It would be hilarious if he grew up to be a fireman." You know, this story will be brought up at graduations and wedding toasts for sure. Glad everyone is okay, but you're right, this is comical. Another person mentioned that this could just be a case of boys will be boys. A woman named Eileen commented and said, "I have a necklace with a magnifying glass pendant. Every grown man that notices it says, you know you can burn stuff with that." I'm pretty sure I've said that to someone that pulled up a magnifying glass. "They all discovered this as kids," she finishes off by saying. This is very true. The moment you figure out that you can use the light of the sun and direct it with this magnifying glass, it's a powerful feeling. I bet even Jared was yelling, "Science!" just as he found out about it. Shout out to the people that get that reference. What this family should definitely do now is turn these photos into Christmas cards and memes for everyone to share. That to me would be the best result of this story. Well, that and the fact that their house didn't burn down, of course. With that though, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "Influencer Sentenced to 10 Years in Prison." Julissa Scotland says, "Meanwhile in America, we got people out here claiming that they're prisoners because they have to wear a mask." Yeah, privilege knows no bounds. All I have to say to that is, you're right. You're definitely right, and I think where that's stemming from is almost too much freedom. Too much freedom. Because whenever you have too much freedom and then someone tries to put just a little bit of a blocker on, like maybe you gotta wear a mask, you gotta keep your shirt on when you come into the store, people will lose their mind. Little do they know, there's people in other countries that are going to jail for 10 years for taking a photo and photoshopping it. Yikes. Moonface says, "This is sad and makes me thankful to live in a free country." Same. Letitia S says, 10 years for doing nothing wrong. That's just sad. Oh, it definitely is sad, and I'm happy that more people are just as frustrated about it as I was. Hopefully her story will, make it out to different news outlets that can actually get stuff going. People like to think that us on this YouTube channel is what moves the news. It's not. But here's hoping that somebody else covers this. Diane Burke says, "She's an amazing artist and a nice girl. I really hope she is pardoned. But in Iran, good chance she will remain in custody." Shaking my head, not cool. Definitely not cool. But it's Iran, so what are we gonna do? Brett Schellenberg says, "I'd love for Angelina to speak out about it in any way. Please acknowledge her." Definitely. Everybody tweet at Angelina. Does Angelina Jolie have Twitter? I just tweet at her if she does. Let's let Angelina Jolie find out about this crazy case. Ian Alexander says, "I'm actually really sad for her. She's talented at makeup and it got her in prison." Yeah, if she had lived anywhere else, like imagine if she was living in, I don't know, Hollywood and was able to apply this makeup skill that she has. Like she literally literally looks like a completely different person, and it's all just makeup and a little bit of Photoshop, maybe a little bit of Photoshop. Arena says she kind of looks more like Emily from The Corpse Bride rather than Angelina Jolie. Yeah, everyone was labeling her zombie Angelina Jolie. That's why I said it, but you're right, she does look like more so from a character from Corpse Bride. Angel Doll says it's just sad to know that other teens around the world can't freely express themselves. It is sad to know that, but that also makes freely expressing yourself all the more better? I don't know, it's weird to say that, but like, it's the same thing when we say like you can't have sunshine without rain, you can't have good days without bad days, because you don't appreciate it the same. Not saying that these people shouldn't be free, they definitely should be free to express themselves in whatever way they want, but it definitely makes us, like that comment said earlier, really, really grateful for our own freedoms. With that though, my name has been Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy. Hire out while wearing my, oh god damn it, so I can't stop laughing, just keep picturing it. With that though, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled Influencer Sentence. Johnny can't finish his sentence. That's the name of the video. I'm sure that was a mess, we can cut out all of that.